Good morning, everyone. How are you this morning on this hump day, Wednesday? It is another scorcher here where I am. I hope where you are, you're having more comfortable weather. It is so incredibly hot here in Houston in August. It's just like, the dog days of summer. That's what it's like. Grab you a drink. Get all your makeup. We're gonna use black today, and I rarely ever touch black. But we're doing it today because I am wearing pink and black shirt with polka dots on it. And so we are going to use two things today. We're going to use the black in my Adele eyebrow powder, which I never use this, rarely, very rarely. Going to use that for outline and a little bit in the transition area, and then we're going to use this sparkling pearl eyeshadow, stereoscopic sparkling pearl eyeshadow by Myho. That's the name, all right. It is this really pretty pinky sort of color. So that's what we're going to do today, and we're going to use a sort of a neutral pink combination on my lips with our Fenty Water Brat for blush. And I've got my under eye corrector on. I'm just going to come back in now and just do a little more coverage right under here where, God, I gotta stop doing that, putting this stupid mirror in front of you. I'm so sorry. Gotta remember that as I go. I wish I had somebody on the other line that would say, Carrie, you got the mirror sticking in front of us. Pay attention. I am sorry. I don't mean to do that. I keep forgetting. I'm looking because I'm trying to see what I'm doing so I don't stick it up my nose. How's everybody doing this week? Been a quiet week. I haven't heard from a lot of people. How are we doing? Okay, we're just gonna get that all blended in right there. Cover up that one really bad scar that I have. I've done my brows too, so before I screw them up, I'm gonna glue them down so I don't screw them up today. This is Benefit Bang eyebrow gel. I did find this on Amazon as a separate buy now, so you can go and get this without buying all 4 pieces, which is what I'm going to do the next time, because frankly I still have better control with my brow powder than I do anything else, and so that's kind of what I'm going to stick with. I might get another one of these. This is the brow pencil, just to fill in areas that are really fine, that just trying to do an outline on, like right there and right there. So I'll probably, when this is ready, get another one of these. There, I did it again. This is just a really fine little brush, a pencil that I can come back in and draw in where I have gaps in my brows. So that's all on. That looks really good. Okay, powder is on the ticket next. So we're going to pick up our Laura Mercier setting powder. It is the pink powder that I use. Oops, wrong side. It is the pink powder that I use. I got asked that question yesterday, so I wanted to make sure to respond to that today. Yes, it is the pink powder, and it is the very bright pink powder. And so the question was, why is it so light? Why does it not have that really pink tone to it? Well, as I've explained a couple of times, and this person is pretty new, so I'm going to just talk about it again for my new people that are here. When I buy this powder and it comes in, I take a similar size container to what the powder comes in, which is about this size. And when the powder arrives, I take half of the powder out of the product container and I put it in the empty container that I have. So I'm taking half of it out when it arrives, putting it in my container. Then I take both containers, the product container and my container that now has half of the product in it, and I fill the containers, both of them, with powder. Any powder will do. I use a non-dangerous baby powder, because remember, a few years ago there was that warning out about baby powder. This is a Revlon lipstick. It is Sassy Mauve number, blind as a bat, 463 Sassy Mauve, and it is Revlon, which one is it? Super Lustrous Revlon. That's going to go on first, but I'm not finished with that just yet. Okay, so now I'm going to pick up a angled brush. You can see the angle right there. And I'm going to pick up my black powder. Get my trusty mirror so I can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to tap the end of the brush in the black. And we're going to outline today in black. Not going to be heavy-handed, I don't want it to be gray, but I don't want it to be jet black, right? Now, if you do this and you get it on too dark, you can always just add powder to it to soften the black down, or if you don't like the way the line comes out, you can just pick up your finishing powder and soften it down. And we're just following the outline of the eye down into the lash area. And we are creating that really pretty outline with black. Now I'm going to keep it out, and I'm going to get a fluffy brush, and none of those are fluffy enough. Here, this is a good one. You definitely want a fluffy brush when you do this black. I'm going to go back into the same black very lightly on the end of the brush. Pick up the black and we're going to put it right here. Now I hardly touched that into this black, and you can see how much color I got on this brush. Pretty significant amount, and all I did was just literally touch the end of it into the well. And we're just going to really buff and blend that in. Creating that really pretty definition of your eye. shape of your eye and the shape of your socket. Now, if you got the black on and you didn't like how it looked, you can just come in here with this really fluffy brush and you can really just soften that out by buffing it. Now, before we go any further, because this is black, I am going to pick up my finishing powder, my Revlon Color Stay finishing powder with my, where is my rectangular, not my rectangular, my triangular powder puff. Going to get to the end of it, and we're really going to make sure that none of that black fell out for fallout. I do not want any black shadowing under the eye. Kind of defeats the purpose of our under eye corrector, right? Just really making sure that that's all nice and clean. That looks good. Okay, very good. Leave that open because we're not done with that yet. Now we're going to pick up a little bit of a denser brush because this shadow is, it's not real powdery. I don't know what the consistency of it is, but it's not real powdery. So I'm just taking my heavier brush and I'm sort of doing like a paintbrush and picking it up on the end here. And we're going to come in right in between where the black from the line and the black in the transition is. And we're just going to apply this pink right in between the two. Very pretty. And then I'm just going to use a little bit what's left and come under the eye and go up on under the brow. Beautiful. That's really pretty. Oh yeah, that's really pretty. It's definitely a little bit softer in camera than it is by me looking at it. It's definitely a little bit brighter pink when it's not in a lens. And it has a different tone to this, but we're going to go ahead and use our What a Brat as blush today. Really blend that in. I think there's a film on my Water Brat that I haven't taken off yet. Yeah, just gonna leave it on there. Okay, looking good, looking good, looking good. Okay, so let's grab now our kabuki brush. Where did it go? There it is. And pick up our finishing powder, Revlon Color Stay. We're just gonna tap, 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 tap. Don't forget to get down on your neck and under your chin, especially if you're using contour. I'm not a huge contour fan. I've kind of gone off of it here lately, but I might pick it back up. I don't know. I don't know. It's just something about it. I've never been a great fan of it. I think it looks great and it definitely does make a difference, but it's not something that I think it's because I didn't grow up with it, didn't use it all the time. It's a newer product, so. Okay, now I'm just gonna come back in and I am adding the gloss for my lips, and this is, I think this one is the Milani one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Milani number 08 Soft Rose. I like that one a lot because it definitely has the pinker tones in it that really pick up the pink in this eyeshadow. Yeah. Okay, so now time to curl these babies. Push it back, go to the bottom, and pinch. So take the top of your curler, put it on your lid, push it up, and then pinch. Gotta be careful that you don't pinch your skin, but pinch, push, and pinch. All right. We are using Milani's Blackest Black. It's a very different wand. I like it because it has a bigger end to get in here like this. And then try to grab the bottom of my lashes. And then the ball part of it picks up the upper side of the lash. Just gonna do a little bit at a time. So I'm going down to the base, lock in that curl, because remember mascara is your hairspray for your lashes. So lock in that curl. And the ball part of it really does separate these lashes. And then I come back in with the flatter top part to apply to the ends. Let's go here, do down at the bottom lash line, very gently. Try not to smudge because I do have black on, so the black is easily smudged here with the mascara, so I'm being real careful not to smudge that black powder. Just enough to see that I have lashes down here, but not a big bold statement like you see some that have those really long lashes at the bottom. Kind of freaks me out a little bit, to be quite honest with you. One more little coat here, and then we're gonna come back in about 10 minutes and add a final coat after this all has really dried, and I'm gonna use my Panorama to get another full coat on after this is completely dried off camera. All right, let's take a look in my filthy glasses if I can see. Oh, that's really pretty. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love the black in moderation. It really does make my eyes pop, the black, which is amazing because I have brown eyes, but there's just something about the black against the brown that really just sets my eyes off, which is really kind of surprising, but it does. So there we go. That is it, ladies and gentlemen, on this middle of the week hump day Wednesday. Thanks so much for joining me and being a part of my community here. You guys mean so much to me. I really mean that. And I'm finally kind of over the hump physically. I think, and gonna try to do some different content. Gonna do some actual product reviews, I think, starting next week with specific lines of products, brands, and I don't know that we'll do a whole face, but I think we'll do a specific product review every day of an item. And I want to hear from you. So if there is an item on your list that maybe not you that you struggle with, but that you just want to discuss, let me know what that is, and we can talk about the techniques that I know surrounding that particular item, whatever that may be. And I hope today is a fabulous day. Get out there and knock it out of the park today. If you're here in the Houston area, please pay attention to the weather. Make sure you have water with you because it is really dangerous. I know my husband and I had heat stroke over the weekend because we're both just now starting to feel better. We've been sort of wobbly on our feet, and that is definitely a sign of heat stroke. So that's it for me. Thank you, everybody, for being part of my community. I love coming in and talking to you each morning, and I love hearing from you. And if you would, please share these videos with someone who loves to be part of a community, talk about makeup and just life in general, and get some additional support and encouragement to be the very best you can be in all things. Never know what's going to happen in life. Be prepared for it. And just get out there and knock it out of the park. Doesn't matter how old you are either. If you still haven't achieved some goals in your life, what are you waiting on? Right? More now than ever before, we can be anything we want at any age if we're just willing to put the effort and dedication in it to be successful in achieving whatever that goal is or dream is. You can do it. I promise you. You just got to really hone in on what you want and bring those positive energies to you, attract them to you with positivity. And I know it's not easy. I'm struggling big time emotionally with grief and stress. So I know sometimes it feels like you get up every day and you're like, really, do I have to do this again today? Yeah, you do. You got to get up, get yourself going, take the time for yourself, put your best foot forward, do your hair, do your makeup. I promise you, you feel better when you do that. Just something about that process for me, and I hope for you, helps you get motivated for the day so you can have the best day possible and have the best results possible and feel good about yourself. Believe in yourself. You're your biggest and most important supporter. Put yourself first. I didn't for a very long time. A very long time. And I wish oops.